Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen. How are y'all? Hope everybody is having a fabulous day. Not quite sure why I lost my picture. All right, so one of my friends back. Let's edit the post. Control V. I'm editing. All right, let us go. Hello, Jerry Sample. How are you, sir? Can you hear me okay? I just got a new camera today. I'm not quite sure if I can be heard or not. Excellent. But can you hear me? Does it sound like I'm talking underwater or am I crystal clear? Awesome. Can you hear my fan blowing? Yes, my shirt is blue like water or the sky. I need to go harass somebody real quick. Uno momento, por favor. Why does that say Hangouts on here? So, how's everybody day going? The bouquet effect. What the hell is that? How you doing, Scott? Juan. So picture quality is better, sound quality is better. I've had a pretty decent day today on eBay. I'm not killing it like you guys are, but I've sold like 5 things today, which is pretty good. Let's see. It's Steve. All right. You missed the sprinkler set. The background was blurry. I can't help about the background. As long as everybody just sees my handsome face, that's all that matters. Hey, Glenn, how are you, buddy? And I see John is going to offend anybody of Latin or Spanish descent. Yep, new cam. Hello, Steve. How are you today, sir? Let me get some invites sent here. Ba-da-bum. Ba-da-bum. Ba-da-da-ba-da-ba-dum-bum-bum. No. Oh, okay, that's fine. We'll see. Hello, Kids, Deals, and More. Hello, Jim and Tara Carey. Hello, Nikki. You can actually see the electronics. I know, I gotta get them listed. I just have no time. Oh, no worries, John. If you can't do it, no worries. Hello, Val. You know, I click. It says I have like 9 messages from on YouTube, on the YouTube messages, but when I click it, the box is empty. Bastards. Val, where do you live? Because I'm in Dallas, but I guess you probably already knew that. Is it Missouri internet or Georgia fan operating said internet? No, I AC off. I got the fan going, but I have a new camera and mic, so I'm hoping that it's of higher quality. I have no idea where Martindale is. I live in Grand Prairie. Hello, Sassy Seller.
What's up, gentlemen?
I bought a few vintage football posters and stuff today.
That thing's pretty cool.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah, it is funny. So
the Volkswagen Atlas is the old body style Audi Q7.
last time for they were cleaning out their mother's house or something, and I made a lot of money off of I won't make much off of this one.
Everybody's saying that my show is spinning. They're not seeing anything.
Yeah, it is spinning, but except for us, we're all carrying on.
Yeah, that's okay.
Wesley cards for like nothing, and he was throwing them in ring binders, throwing them up on Marketplace, and he was selling them for like $15 a ring binder, and there's only like 8 or 9 pages in there.
Huh. Well, that's a good idea, actually. There's nothing special. These cards, I don't even know who made them. Props.
Yeah, they're cool, man.
investments I ever made, a jeweler's loop. One over by the couch, and then one in the office here.
So what causes my show to spin and get locked up? I got excellent internet, full strength.
It's probably the YouTube host.
Yeah. What do we see
Are
on
you
the
going
screen there? Huh.
I was going to ask Deldon if he thought that was marble or what do you think that is? It's heavy stone and it's turned inside.
What am I
I
looking
don't know
at?
if you can. I don't know if you can see it too well. It's on my page. That picture sucks.
I see it real well.
Yeah, see the turned. It's turned inside, hollowed out,
Yeah.
and it came from another country, but I don't know where it came from.
Show me the
My
bottom.
pictures. It's just felt.
I would say peel the felt off and glue it back.
You think so?
I mean, that's what I would do to try and prove provenance to see where it came from.
Yeah, I have another piece that I just listed, and it was beautiful. It looked almost like graphite, but it came from Romania, and I just listed it for $20. I ain't worried about it. These have been sitting around here forever. I need to get them gone.
Well, break it and see writing on the inside.
Break it.
Hey, another gentleman posted in, I think, the Reseller Society. He found that TC730, the Sony. And I saw you said that it would be like $2,000 parted out. Is that true?
Yeah, like the motor is. I pulled it up on Terapeak. Was a couple of motors that sold for like $600 a piece. Knobs are like $40. I mean, just if you parted the thing out, it'd be worth a fortune.
I have one. I just bought it this last weekend for $15. It came with all. Here's all the extra little parts that came with it right here.
I seen that the other day. That's sweet.
Yeah, I have one too.
I can't see anybody's picture.
What's that?
What? I can't. Why am I? Oh, wait. I know what I'm doing wrong. Hold on. I'm looking at the actual. I'm not looking at the Hangouts, and I'm stuck on John. Okay.
There's a lot of people stuck on me, sweetheart.
So, would yours? I hate taking things like that apart because there's not a whole lot of them left. Especially his was brand new. Mine's pretty close.
Let me pull up Terapeak real quick.
John, you know that's not how any of this works. Nobody's stuck on you.
I know. I know. I can't.
He's at Tuscaloosa now. His son.
730. There's the picture of it right there. If you look.
All right. Well, hold
How
on.
much is it? How much does it sell for complete?
There's not very many comps on it complete, and there's one that sold for like $3 something, but it was not working well. This one I tested.
Has somebody looked at a worth point for you?
I did. I have WorthPoint, and I find much out about it on WorthPoint. Some of them sold for like $60, and some of them sold for well over $200. I threw it up for $500 I've gotten a few low balls, but
there's not a single solid, like a complete one that has sold in the last year.
On eBay there was one, and it was $3 something, but he had sold it twice. His description sucked, and I'm guessing the first buyer backed out. And then that was like 150, then 10, and it went up to 350. But all it was the unit itself.
I know. I'm putting the wrong model number. Hold on.
The 730 and I think the 5, I enjoyed playing with it, but I also enjoy selling it.
All right, so here's one that sold in August 27th of 17 for $589. Here's
so
one.
I may be a little low, huh?
So here's one that sold in the original box with instructions for $499.
It has the original box. I'll show that picture here next. With the instructions.
480, 400.
It's been played with a little bit, but it works. I spent a few hours cleaning it up and testing it. And it was fun.
You want to play with it a little bit, make sure it works.
Yeah, well, I did a recording on it.
Get a return on it.
Yeah, I did a recording on it.
Did you do a video?
Yeah, but here's the problem. Somebody had taken the Sony demo tape that came with it and recorded over it, whoever had it. So it had like this Roy Orbison song on it. And I put my video to private, or not private, but unlisted, thinking that would be, you know, nobody would do anything. And as soon as I did, there was copyright. So I'm going to have to reshoot the video.
All right, so there's 2 of them listed right now.
One's mine.
Yeah, one's yours, and then there's another one for $3.99 with $111 shipping.
They weigh almost 70 pounds in the box.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Something you can do to get around that copyright strike on your main account is you can do like what me and Lonnie have done. We actually have other accounts that we have set up for our demo videos. If it's something that I could get a strike on or something like that, I leave it on my other account. But if it's a video that's going to draw people to my YouTube channel, then I leave it on my main. I get a video of that fan today and uploaded it real quick, and I'm hoping that it gets me some subbers.
Well, I didn't get a strike. All it was the Roy Orbison song they made me mute, and then there was a Willie Nelson song, because this thing records forward and reverse, so I had to show that it was playing in forward and reverse. Now the Willie Nelson song, the copyright owner monetized it. I have no problems with that because they own the song. The Roy Orbison song, they made me mute, so the last like 2 minutes of the video are muted. But I was already done showing all the functions, so it was okay.
Oh yeah. There's I don't know, like I use a program called Sony Vegas Pro,
Yeah,
and and what I could actually do is, if you had a video like that in the future, it'd take forever to send it to me, but I could edit it, and what I would do is speed up that section where the music's at, and then it might not pick it up. It might sound different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's a lot.
But it'll come back. No, it won't. It'll pick back up as soon as you reconnect.
I think the Hangout, as long as there's people in it, will stay.
All right.
I think. But I don't know if we'll stay on air.
If not, we'll be here talking.
Yeah.
Right on.
That little live symbol will go away.
Well, it's not even showing my other network.
Tomorrow is yard sale day.
There's a rummage sale at 8 in the morning, and I'm going to be there. I do so well at rummage sales.
I think I'm skipping the yard sales tomorrow.
Tomorrow's 50% off day at the place and at the state sale, and I want to go get. They've got some slides I want to steal.
Like 35 millimeter slides.
Yeah, if they're still there, they might have sold today. But
I've got to get into. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 slide trays full of slides up there, and they're all from they're all from Las Vegas and Atlantic City back in the 70s.
Dude, I got this thing that you need to borrow, man. It's a
slide scanner,
digital. It's a digital slide converter. You don't have to have a computer or nothing. You just put the slide in there. Australia, the fastest. He set the world record. He's the world record holder for it. And I've got his trophy. I got his maps, and I got all of his slides and all of the motorcycle stuff that he had, all kinds of newspaper clippings. And I want to make one auction and try to sell it to a motorcycle enthusiast. But I want to keep all the pictures because I think that I can I thought about compiling a book with the images and having them printed out and selling the images of the guy that set the world record and kind of telling the story about it. Just write a book about it.
Do you have any experience selling slides? I've talked to some people, but I just don't know enough about it to know how to price these dang things.
I sell what I love. Anything I have. World War II stuff, man. I came across some World War II slides one time, dude, and made a fortune. Yeah, they were in bombed out cities and stuff. But what I normally do is I list them in lots of 10, like 10 women in bathing suits, 10 classic cars, That way, it's worth my while to ship them.
Right.
And it depends on what era they're from. Like if you find classic motorcycle slides from the 60s and 70s, hell, it's gold. It's gold. But if you find Jim Bob and Aunt Ruth sitting on the front porch, reading the Reader's Digest, if you put 100 of them together, that somebody might want them because they use them there's all kinds of uses for them. They're cool. People just sell photos. Like crazy story. I used to go to concerts and get in the front row, and I would buy front row tickets to the concert. I'd take my camera in. We went to a Miranda Lambert concert, and I took probably 150 pictures of her. Well, I'd put them on a CD, and I'd sell them on eBay for tipped, and that would pay for my concert. I'd sell 30, 40 CDs at $8, and that would pay for my concert, my food.
Everybody's commenting on my legs because they could see them in the mirror. Yes, I have clothes on. I have pants on.
Oh my gosh! You need to put a piece of paper over the mirror, like right there at that first crack at your door.
Not gonna happen.
On. You're short wearer like me. I don't never wear pants on, even in the wintertime. Yeah.
No, so all these slides that I have it was a Lions Club convention, and it was the first.
Oh, that's cool.
The first set is in Las Vegas, and they're going down like the Strip. So there you can see the dunes in the background, and I forget what all the hotels, and so you can see all that stuff. And then the second one was Atlantic City, and you can see like Steel Pier. There's some pictures of that, and Steel Pier, if anybody knows, I don't think is there anymore. It burned down or something. And so all that stuff's in there. And then on the movie marquee in the background is Kelly's Heroes. So that tells you the age of them. I had to look up the year of that movie.
What year was it?
I think it was 72.
Wow. There's a lot of Vegas stuff there that ain't there anymore. Yeah. Hotels and stuff.
Well, I think the Vegas ones were 71, and because it was two different conventions. So I think the Atlantic City ones are 72.
What I've always wanted to do is buy old slides with this. That's why I bought this, because I'm going to convert all of these images to digital images. I'm going to upload them to Snapfish, and then what I'm going to do on my other account is what I would like to do is I'd like to offer them for sale on there for a couple bucks a piece. And then what they do is when they buy them, you just go to Snapfish and you order them from Snapfish, and Snapfish sends them right to their house, and they give you tracking. So when you get that tracking and you just upload it,
okay.
And that's what I used to do. I used to sell a ton of photos. I would get photos from the Library of Congress because they're not copyrighted, of old war stuff, and then everyone figured it out. I've always been smart at like figuring out an angle, and then somebody comes along and they steal it from you. Like I drop shipped from Amazon.com for over a year and sold over almost $500,000 worth of stuff just using my Amazon Prime account to drop on my to eBay. And then every time I would ship something out, 1 in 9, 1 in 10 people would be like, I know what you did. And then they would start doing it. It would seem like it. Next thing you know, people were coming to my page. They were copying my listings, and then they were marking the item down like 20 cents. And then they would, and it just became a headache because once somebody knows where you're sourcing from.
There's a whole lot of public domain, quote unquote, stuff out there. And I used to put public domain movies up on my YouTube and made a lot of money on some of them on my other YouTube channel. I think The Legend of Boggy Creek made me several $100s. And finally, there was a dispute from the family of because the guy died who produced the movie. There was no copyright on it because back in the day, copyright laws were different. Now it's if you make it, it's 100 years or something. I don't know what it is now, but back then it wasn't. So I put that up, and I had it up for like 3 years, and then the family disputed it. So now it's in dispute. So they took my monetization away on that one. But I made so much money off that stupid movie because it was public domain. But it's hard to do because a lot of people caught on. So you have to find one that nobody else has. And there's ways to do it, but I got
something you'll notice is that people will, when a song comes out and it's hot, like bam, a song comes out, that 500 people will make lyric videos and they just upload it to their account. Now, They don't really care.
Despacito.
Yeah. So like nobody like really you don't get copyright infringement strikes unless someone is complaining about it. And most of those people don't complain about it because the way YouTube is set up, you did the work and somebody comes to your and they get paid for it. Now what they're getting off of it is they're getting subs, so the other stuff they do that people watch it as well. It's a racket. It's a racket. I was talking to Lonnie one night and I said I could have my YouTube channel at 60,000 people strong in a year if I wanted to be deceitful. I could go down to the antique mall. I could go down to the antique mall. I could buy all the antiques that I wanted at cost, and I could bring them on here every night and said, I was at a little old lady's house today, and I bought this statue of this Remington bear. It's an original Remington, and I don't want to generalize, but I know enough people that's connected to that show to know that there is a lot of fake stuff that goes on.
Oh, of course. It's the same with Storage Wars and all those shows.
Yeah. I know that because I used to be friends with Daryl the Gambler. Daryl, we were Facebook friends until I called everyone off of my Facebook friends list, and I just never asked.
There goes John's internet cutting.
Yeah. My internet sucking?
They say it's stuck on me. Well, it should be.
Well, if they can hear me, then that's fine. But I would talk to him, and he says things aren't always as they seem on that show.
No. And
he's a cool guy, though.
Yeah, there's. I know some reality TV people too, and it's the same way with them. I was almost on a reality show at one point, so I've been through the whole process of auditioning and all that stuff, and they want you to be a certain way to be on the show, and there was some things I wouldn't compromise on, but that's not why I didn't get on the show. My partner kind of blew me off, but it is what it is. But yeah, I know a lot of people. No, he decided that it was a Bigfoot show. It was on Spike TV. You ever watch $10 Million Bigfoot Bounty? It was only one season.
Yeah. I've heard of it, but yeah.
Okay, that was the show. And the same lady who cast for The Voice cast for that show, Michelle McNulty.
Really?
And she's a really cool lady. But you have to be a certain way and a certain personality. And I know all the guys that actually made it on the show, and yeah. But it caused a lot of tension between them because they were all friends prior to being on the show. And that's what a lot of people don't know about these reality shows. These people all know each other. Like on what's the Pawn Stars show? Those guys, they bring their friends in sometimes and get appraisals and stuff. They all know each other. It's not like,
Yeah.
It's the way it is, but it's cool. It's all fun.
I was asked, because I run Doomsday Preppers, I was asked to be on Doomsday Preppers, but I laughed and told the lady I'm not willing to drink my own piss to be on your show. So
we had somebody from your group on our show one night.
Really?
On our my 40-inch show. Yeah. I can't remember her name. Her and her husband, yeah. Just because we wanted to do a prepper show.
Yeah, we do. I don't run that page as much as I should, but I've got a pretty good admin staff, people on there that help me. But started the show when it came out, and I also started up a Doomsday Prepper Facebook page. That page grew people, and I posted something one time that was political.
Oh boy!
And the show had that page taken down. They had that page. I was like, dang gum, gone. I've actually started posting on my local groups. I made a post earlier. I'll read it to you. About I'm starting to look for. I want to actually go to people's houses and start digging through. I've got some guys. Jerry's one of them. My best buddy Jerry. He's going to come with me and help me start digging through people's attics and stuff. We're going to start filming. I'd like to start doing a real show based off of like what the American Pickers do.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to find people to allow me to film and that will want to be on film.
Yeah,
and
that's the hard part, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that will be the hard part, but I've had one person message me so far, so I'm gonna get Jerry, and I've got a T5i, a T5 or T6i, and they do pretty decent film, but you know, it's gonna be, I don't know, it ain't gonna be. I'm just gonna try it and see what happens. It'll be interesting. I don't think anyone else is doing that, and I would like to have an opportunity to bring something to YouTube that I don't really see too much. You see Taco Stacks digging through some trash cans and stuff, and I love that dude. He's cool.
I'll tell you what, John, way back in the 90s, way before American Pickers or any kind of reality TV show like that, I had an idea for a reality show, and it was basically what Taco Stacks does now, digging through other people's trash and then selling it on eBay or whatever. And I entered this contest, and it was done by the same people who made Survivor, so it was a big con. You won a TV contract. I don't know who ended up winning it, and I made it to the final round, but they didn't take the show, so I didn't win. And then for some stupid reason, I had to not promote that idea to another reality producer for a year. And for some stupid reason, I never did. After that, I forgot about it and didn't do it. But I think it would have made a cool show back then.
Yeah, I would love to do. They had one similar to it, but to do and I've seen a couple, but do a challenge to where you go out, you take people, you take them to a town, and they have to use their. Oh, really? You have to.
It was a challenge.
You take it'd be like, say, me, you, Deldon, and Scott. They would take us to a town somewhere in North Dakota and drop us off and say, here's $100. Whoever can make the most money at the end of the day wins, $5,000 and a new Dodge idea. Sprinter van or something like that. Yeah.
It was a similar idea, except you were going curbing, digging out other people's trash for free. And then whoever made the most money, it was kind of like that flea market flip, kind of that kind of idea, except with trash. But flea market flip obviously wasn't around at that time. There was a show on BBC that was similar. And that's where it kind of got the idea. But I thought it would be really cool. And apparently the producers thought it would be really cool, but then I didn't win. So they never made the show. So I tell everybody, American Pickers was my idea. That's what I tell everybody, because it's kind of a similar idea.
I'm laughing at Scott. Scott, you made me chuckle all day long. I'm so glad I met you. You made me laugh all the time, bro. You are your sense of humor. I love it.
I watched your Friday video, Scott, and I can't get over. I couldn't get past the part where you're filming behind this guy, waiting for him to move, and all you could see is this guy's ass crack.
I'm like, get the hell out of the way, man.
I'm like, oh God, why did you make me see that?
I like it when he tried gathering the guineas up. Yeah, get in the van, guineas, get in the van. I'm like, I could use some of them. I got ticks everywhere out here.
We get out of that yard sale, and these old ladies this is just a ladies' yard sale. We don't think there's much. We didn't have any much here for guys, and we all bought 2 or 3 things.
Yeah. Curlers and a flat iron or something.
I get that all the time when I go to yard sales. Oh, we don't have much for guys here, and I still find stuff to resell. But they don't know that's what I'm doing. If they asked me, I'd tell them.
I just go.
I was gonna curl my beard.
I just go. It's okay, honey. I'll find something I like, and they're like, okay.
It's all how you approach people. I go to yard sales and buy stuff that guys don't generally buy all the time, like what are they, cross stitch patterns and things like that, and I never get questioned because they don't even think about it, because it's the way you approach people. If you're nice to them and you have a smile on your face when you go to the sale, they don't care.
Did Deldon drop something on his foot again? What's he up to?
I think somebody came in, or he got a phone call.
Oh,
it's all right. Okay. We'll carry the channel for a while.
I want to show you this big, ugly, cool cat that I got. This thing is awesome. It's super cool.
Yeah, just wait till the video of Saturday night. There's a 7D game where everybody sits in chairs, and the chairs all move because you have a seatbelt on. Everybody's got a gun, and the zombies are coming at you at the screen.
Well, that's the one I watch.
And I'm trying to hold the camera, Oh my God, that was
That
awesome.
must be the one I watched because I've seen you shooting zombies.
Was that it Friday night?
Yeah.
Okay, I was already up there. Oh, that was a fun game. I get motion sick and I was about to throw up, but
And you
how do
came
you-
in second to last, I remember.
yeah, I came in second to last. It's hard to shoot and hold a camera at the same time and be
What
wiggled
happened to
all
the hat
around.
cam? You should have had the hat cam on.
I couldn't. I don't know. I had the good camera. I had the Canon in hand.
It looked like a hell of a lot of fun though.
Was that
Oh,
when you
yeah.
were in Texas?
Yeah, it was in Austin. There was a place called Pinballs. They had like 40 or 50 pinballs, but then they had games. But then they had games. It was a complete game room with a run bar, and they had every old game.
Adult game room. It looked like adult game place.
It was the first thing Harlan goes to. He goes right into the Tron game. He's over there playing Tron.
So what was that cat thing?
Oh, it was just this. It's just big chalk, or some kind of cat. I bought it at an estate sale yesterday, and it's just kind of cool. I thought it was kind of cool. It kind of has a lean to it, but it stands pretty tall. It's filthy. It's been outside, but it's about 21-inch tall.
We're on
But
Delvin's channel, and Delvin isn't even here.
Delvin left. I wonder if they can still see us.
I don't know. We'll ask. Hey, can you still see us?
I still see chat coming in.
It's still spinning.
Is it?
Come back and you'd be like, "Where'd everyone go?" It says we're live still, so I'll stick around till he gets back. If not, I'll just start. And he created the group. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, Jerry is got. Oh, I want it so bad. My friend Jerry Sample, unfortunately, his father-in-law just passed away, and his father-in-law is a rodder. He loved old
what cars did he just put together all the time?
Yeah. He built an old an old Dodge Rat Rod, and I love old Dodge pickup trucks. And there's not one exactly like it because it's such a unique truck because he put so much custom work into it. But this is what it kind of looks like right here. It's something similar to this.
I like the way that grill and stuff curves up the front. That is really cool.
Yeah, and it's going to be for sale at an auction that Jerry is going to do. And I have several guns. This is probably I have several guns that I've thought about selling so that I could purchase this truck. This is what it kind of looks like, but his is, and it's just an absolutely gorgeous truck. I could see my Nevermore Antiques logo on the side of that. And I would be a happy man to have something. That's kind of, something like that. I don't know. There's going to be some good stuff at that auction. I'm going to be there with my pockets loaded.
That you mentioned that cat. That reminds me. I forgot to put a picture in. There was a place in Austin. It was down from the hotel because we walked to a couple restaurants. It was right down from the hotel because we walked to a couple restaurants. It was a Brazilian wax place. It was named the Pretty Kitty. We all just got a kick out of it. Everybody took pictures of it. I guess I'm the only one who finds it funny.
I found it funny. I just didn't laugh.
I was reading chat because Jerry says I guess Scott's the only one that reads chat.
I've seen it too, and I was going to respond, but I didn't.
Yeah.
And to make me feel better, he got me a cake. The cake said, "Sorry, the Thai lady boy made you sick."
The Thai lady boy. That's it.
Other than that, I've never even been drunk in my life. So, but yeah, the hallucination thing, man, that's got to be crazy to be able to get into that.
I was trying to figure out why they're.
Well, we'll give it a shot. I'll see you in a second.
Jason, the other day I finally met Jason in real life, and we went and ate Chinese. Me, him, and Jerry. It was pretty funny. I was trying to hook him up with the little Chinese lady. She was sassy though, man. I don't know about all that.
I thought you were trying to hook him up with a little Filipino woman.
Well, I like Asian, so when we went to the Chinese place, the one's as good as the next. I really am not too picky. when it comes to the ladies. The like the South Korean ladies, like they're hot too. I like the.
I always
I
had
like
a thing
them.
for Asian girls, but I never actually dated one. I always wanted to, but never did.
You're my hero, John, because I have a thing for redheads, and you made that dream possible. Look at you go.
I like redheads too. That's my pick.
Every now and then, Johnny will dye her hair with auburn in it,
Yeah.
just to mess with me.
What is right? Never show John how bad you really want anything. What are you talking about, Jerry? I love that truck, and don't be stirring the pot, Jerry Sample. You know I love that truck.
Jason
You
put
know
in there.
it.
He'll be selling this soul. That truck's to back off, John.
Yeah, I know Jason wants it too, but he's already got a Datsun Z and a freaking Chevy, like one of them Van Duras. So yeah, go sit and spin on it, Jason.
Yeah,
You can't have 3 cool cars.
I already
except for
have
the-
my dream car.
Aren't homeless
So,
people
good to
living?
go.
Aren't homeless people living in the Z car though?
Let me see
He
if I
needs
can
to bring
find
it down to my farm and park it so he ain't got to worry about homeless people sleeping in it. You can
Yeah,
put it in the barn.
You can get that urine smell in there. I don't know if I even want to try to get it out. Ugh.
5 thumbs down on the stream. People are mean.
Yeah.
It don't matter. Hey,
Yeah,
they suck.
Mean people suck. It's all right.
That's my dream car right there.
Jason Static says he was a Korean lady. You might be able, thanks to Trump, you might be able to make that a reality. Now is that a 67 bucks?
It's a 70.
I would say it's
70.
newer than that.
Yeah.
Is it
70.
a regular Super Beetle?
That's what they made. Super Beetle didn't come out till 71.
71. Okay.
So this
Looks
is
like it's
standard.
What's the last year they made the convertible? Was it 79?
79, yeah.
Yeah, my mother had a white 79 for 5 years.
67 would have the towel rack style bumpers. 68, 69, 70
Okay,
all look the same, pretty much. There's a few slight differences. The turn signals are a little bit different size and things like that. But and then 71 was a Super Beetle.
I want that car with a 4-inch chop, raked, stretched front end, and painted flat black.
Here's my favorite picture. Hold on.
You're being corrected 2 Datsuns, John.
I'm sorry, Jason. 2 Datsuns.
I did all the
We're talking about
all the green striping on this car with my Cricket, and then the headlights I painted. But that's with the roof rack all full up and shit. Yeah, I love that car.
Yeah, I've had the 300ZX. Now the wife gets a new car next. I'm trying to talk her into a 370Z. I told her she'd look good in the 370Z, but she ain't buying it.
Is that a hutch on top of your boat?
No, it's an old carpenter's chest.
No, I meant a hutch bike, like Lonnie and John both found hutches.
It's actually a Sears tote bike, and what a Sears tote bike is, it comes apart in the middle, and I put those wheels on it. They're a generic version of that style wheel, but they're still worth quite a bit of money. I had a guy offer me $100 just for the wheels.
Yeah, they're those mag wheels.
Yeah, they're hard to come by. And that skateboard on the front is California something, and it was worth quite a bit. I think I sold that one. And then in the case there are 2 of those Jerry King. So yeah, I had quite a bit of weird stuff on top. My wife hated it when I put all that stuff on top of the car. But
do you not still have it?
Oh yeah, I have it. I bought that car in 1996. It was the first car I ever owned.